Hey, what's up you guys, it's MCLegoboy here with 21315. Oh my god. It doesn't say the name on the box, I didn't even realize that. But it is the Lego Ideas pop-up book by Grant Davis and Jason Allemann. But mostly Grant Davis, because it was his idea and Jason just helped make a mechanism. But you know, that's not like that's nitpicking. Anyway, I had to get it because Grant Davis is in my internet social circle of friends that I hang out with.
On a, like,
On a frequent basis. Jeez, I don't know my words. So, you know, pretty cool second idea set that I have ever gotten. The first being the exosuit, because it looked awesome. And I supported Jason's maze, but then I never did anything in trying to get it. But that price point for the parts, $70 for 859 parts, that's a steal. And this seemed to be a lot more interesting to me than just that maze. These two models that you can build out of it, I mean, it looked great. So I guess that's really all I have to say about it. Let's get into the bags. So the instructions came just a little warped, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. We got info about Grant and Jason. We got info about the other people that designed the set, people that designed it in a official capacity. Or an official capacity. Need to actually use my proper English. And then we've got that a few times in multiple languages. And then we just start building. There's 6 bags, plus the big plate, not plate, tile. Big 8x16 tile. And the 8x16 tile. That is nice print. And yeah, first bag comes with the brick separator. Yay! But first 2 bags look like it's nothing but building the cover. Third bag looks like it's the pages and a little bit of the Little Red Riding Hood stuff. Yeah, and then here we go. I'll just show you that. There we go. Yay! And other than that, we'll just get on to building, and we'll review the set now. Alright, so we finished building the set, and it is pretty cool. So first I just want to say that the extra pieces in the set, if you don't know already, this has been going on for a while, but if you didn't know already, they've changed the parameters to how extra pieces work. I think I missed a thing. Give me a second. There we go. Extra pieces in sets used to be, like, if it normally is an extra piece and it came in a bag, then it was always there. So sometimes you'd get 5 of the same extra piece. That's not the case anymore. They've distributed the extra pieces to 1 extra piece per whatever pieces being extra-ified per set, so it doesn't matter what bag it's in so long as there is only 1. So, you know, this is what we got with just the book and the cover. What we got with Little Red Riding Hood setup and the Jack and the Beanstalk setup. A lot of good stuff hidden in here, so. Even another one of these little cookies. And just to show it off a little easier, let's go with this one. Here is the new flower part. My camera would like to focus for a second. There we go. It only comes with about the same width as a regular stud Only then it's been kind of split up into parts, but of course my camera won't focus on it for you guys. There we go. So same width as a regular stud. It's just got little notches to make flowers. So gone are the old, would it be Scala? I think it is. I think it is technically from the era of Scala, where it's the four-pronged thing. So, you know. But other than that, I don't think there's really much else to talk about with this stuff. I already mentioned stuff in the instructions earlier. Stuff about Grant, stuff about Jason, stuff about the designers of the set. And I forgot that it gave you a bit of a history on pop-up books and stuff. Kind of interesting. Not too groundbreaking. And then they give you some slight summaries of Little Red Riding Hood and Jack and the Beanstalk. To be honest, I didn't grow up with fairy tales being told to me, so I was like, alright, I guess that's what happens. I really don't know what happens at the end of either of these stories. When I was watching Jason's video on his YouTube channel about the pop-up book, he mentions that there's a woodsman that comes and kills the wolf in Little Red Riding Hood, and Jack escapes and chops down the beanstalk or something like that, but I have no idea. To my recollection, the wolf eats Little Red Riding Hood. Don't know what the moral is there. And with Jack and the Beanstalk, I mean, I'm still wondering how the castle gets in the clouds anyway, so.
I am so confused.
But we'll scoot that aside. Just kind of throw it there. There. And we'll scoot this off to the side too. Actually, we want to hold on to these because these are minifigures. So let's talk about the minifigures. So the best one of the bunch, in my opinion, is Little Red Riding Hood. Let's just put that down. Come on, camera, focus. I know you want to. Using that nice Lloyd hood piece from the Lego Ninjago movie, but recolored in red and got that dark brown for her hair. And it is, like, she's adorable. She's pretty cute, I gotta say. No back of the head printing on any of these figures. I'm actually surprised at that, because I would think that there might be like a scared face or something, because there's a wolf that eats her grandma. But you know, we got this thing is made of rubber. It does not want to pivot in the hand at all. It's a little frustrating, because when I'm trying to get this positioned correctly, you know, and you need it to help her stand, because she's poorly imbalanced. And then the legs, maybe not. Slight missed opportunity to use the new short legs that you can find in the Harry Potter collectible figure packs, so you know. And was there back printing? Yes, there is. Hey, cool. So, nice little red hooded stuff going on with her. Pretty great. Grandma. So, this is Grandma. She's wearing this nice bright pink. And, again, no double-sided face. I would have maybe hoped for, like, a scared expression, because there's a wolf, you know, come on. I do know that in the story, the wolf disguises himself as Grandma. So this is nice, just seeing all this shredded up clothing. I find it pretty funny. The only disappointing thing is that I've never gotten a wolf before, or like a werewolf before, and now it's always gonna be lady werewolf. I guess a she-wolf, I don't know. But yeah, I can't really use this in anything, but that's okay. Next we have the giant which is just a normal minifigure, but to the scale of the thing used for Jack. Yeah, this works. Again, no double-sided expression. I would think maybe a yelling face would be one. So I'm just so used to there being double-sided faces and like unnecessary double-sided faces that I'm surprised that they're not using them and maybe wondering where they go. So I don't know. And then we get to what I like to call the nano figure. It is the minifigure trophy piece that has then been printed on to make Jack. I call them nano figures, although you can call them trophy figures. I don't like that they say micro figures, because micro figures were the little game pieces used for the Lego Games series. So I don't like calling them micro figures when you're referring to these guys, because this is smaller than that, which makes it nano, right? But only ever seen another one of these things like this in the Saturn V set that my dad got. And bonus, you do get an extra one if the camera will focus. Yay! So if you so desire, you can have a little person running around. So now we will get everything cleared up out of the way so I can talk about the book for a second. This thing looks beautiful. It looks so good, and I'm already going to say it right now. I had more fun building the cover than the stuff on the inside. I think it was just because it was different building style, because building with bricks is so rare these days. But then all of this nice like detail on here, it just looks really good, and so it'll look great like on a shelf like this or sitting like that, so that you can appreciate the exterior of it. So I really like that. Once Prod and Brick, already mentioned, it's got Jason Allemann and Grant Davis name on it. There are modifications that can be done to put it on the side here. I don't need to show you how to do that. And really the only thing that I would say is that they could have done some tiling here just to make everything nice and smooth. But other than that, let's open it up. So I already have it set for... I just destroyed something. The Little Red Riding Hood set up. So, hey, we can have people in here. Maybe do that. I don't know. Spoiler alert, Grandma didn't die. I don't know. But this little cottage looks great. Love the little detailing here for this cobblestone chimney. Nice little golden window pieces. Door that can open up. Very nice. Got little cheese slopes right there to keep things from going bad. Nice little straw thatched roof. Nice little detailing there. And if you look closely, you've got the some of these nice little architectural pieces. These guys are cool. Oh. Okay. And when we flip this around, this stays in here all the time, but it can be removed for any other additional stuff that you would like to add in there. Got some studs right there. Yeah, and these are using 1x2, or no, 1x1 by 1 2/3 brick height in there. So they're the cool 1x1 with the 2 studs on top of one another pieces. Those are really cool. Which is why I want this set again, just for the pieces, because hinge bricks, regular bricks, snot bricks. They all come in dark green and they're beautiful, and I want them. So, got a fireplace, because obviously if you have a chimney, you need a fireplace. And in here we can put Grandma in a bed. And we've got a nice little teapot and a little mug in this nice dark pink color. This is actually a magic lamp if you've got a genie. Or is it? I think it is.
Wrong!
But here it's being used as a teapot, and it looks great. Actually, I think it is just a teapot. I'm not sure. I don't know. I never got the genie, so. And you cannot have this minifigure in here when you're folding it up. Her head gets in the way. You can always throw the minifigures inside, although I don't want to do that because cookies are going to spill everywhere, but you can always, actually, I don't know if you can. Is there room to throw your minifigures? I don't think there is. Huh, how peculiar. Maybe these studs are necessary now, because if you can't put them in there, you gotta sit them on top of this book. There. There. So now, I mean, this whole setup is great. Using a bunch of these, so these little Technic pieces here, just to get that nice smooth curve so that it folds up nicely. Got this little window there to allow the hinge to kind of fall into place and not bind up. And we got a few more studs up top for more added details. I guess this is a perfect moment to talk about the black that is in here. I understand their use of black. It makes sense. It's a neutral color that is also close to dark green, so it kind of disappears. However, you still see it right there and on the sides. It's a little off-putting. I don't think they make this in dark green, so you're kind of stuck with the bar being black. I have seen that the hinges do come in dark green and other things, and the window as well. But I don't have that, and I'm not really big into modifying my sets. I will like make additions or changes sometimes. For example, I have the Hoth Echo 1 base. I built it in like a complete mirror to how it said to build in the instructions, because that's what all the images showed, and I liked it better like that. So I built it as a complete mirror to how I was supposed to build. Luckily, there were no wedges that were in an odd number that I couldn't use and build it properly, so you know. But I understand why they did that, and you can still see right along there, you can still see the black used for the nice trimming details with these 2x2 or 2x1 bricks with 2 studs on both sides. But you know, now let's throw in this Jack and the Beanstalk stuff for you guys really quick. That is the nice thing. It is a quick swap if you need it to be. It doesn't take much time, so there we go. And everybody's going nuts over that Beanstalk. It is really impressive how they got it to work, and like the ferocity that it shoots up with. I mean, just really cool. And it gives me ideas for other things that I would like to build for my own interiors. I'm not too crazy about these interiors. I don't know why, but it's just like, all right, well, maybe it's just because I don't have much of a connection to fairy tales. So I feel very much like you could always just make your own pop-up thing in here, and the set will become vastly more interesting to you, unless you are big into fairy tales. So, but for me, I don't know. I guess because I know that this is just going to be sitting on a shelf, and then I'll take it out every now and then and do this, and just kind of have the novelty of doing that, and just kind of looking at it from the side. Like I'm more happy with how it looks out here than necessarily what it does, or what stories it came with. So, you know, just further nitpicks. Nothing really wrong with the set. The only thing that I would say like needed to be improved would be the black that you can see from the outside. The 1x2 bricks, those are fairly hidden enough that it's not that big a deal. But these hinges and this bar, it's like, all right, that could have been done better. But everything else, I mean, I really don't have any complaints that are like, hey, this should have been done differently. You know, and also like put some tiles on that. But, you know, I mean, nice little town, little road that leads up to, I'm guessing Jack's house, and then you got this beanstalk. I mean, it's just really cool. Got a little windmill. Just really cool. Really, really cool. Kind of wiggles a little bit, but that gives everything enough room to do what it needs to do. So, really, I have no big complaints at all with this set. It's just, you know, I'll probably be making my own interior for it, just as a mock. I'm still going to be keeping this stuff together. So I have an idea for something that might work. I'm not 100% sure, and I may have to play with some of the studs, some of these snot bricks, you know, mess around with some of these and rearrange some stuff to maybe make an interior that I want, and then I'll take the whole set apart and rebuild it back to this. I still definitely want to get another copy of this just for the parts, because oh my gosh, all this dark green is amazing. These vegetation pieces that are on here, this is just a nice color for the hay. So really just a beautiful amount of colors. I guess one last nitpick would be this black string. Now, like up against this black background, kind of disappears. But up against any other background, you know, might be noticeable. Black is the most common color for string pieces, of course, and you do get an extra one. How cool is that? And it's the same length that I used. Oh, kick the camera. For my little pod racer. Not to brag or anything, you know. Just saying that string pieces are nice. But back in 2005, I know that they had really, really, really long string pieces that came in green for the Bionicle sets, the Bionicle system sets. So you had the Toa Hordika up against the Visorak, and the Visorak had these green webs everywhere, and so those strings kind of played a part in the story. So if this was green, it might not be as off-putting. Like I'm saying up against like this black background kind of disappears. And again, black is one of those neutral colors that just kind of, it doesn't pop out at you. There's not much contrast unless it is up against a brighter background. So I don't know, I got get some sort of a white thing in there, and it's a little noticeable. I don't know, maybe it would look even worse with a green string. So, you know. But that is the Lego Ideas pop-up book. I really think that it's a great set. And like this whole function is just, it's so good. It really well designed. Jason, Grant, you came up with a great idea. And I'm glad that a lot of people thought so too. It is exciting. I don't know why I'm trying to put this back in here. I mean, I've already broken the little stand anyway, so just hide all of that. Just mush all of my extra pieces back in there. And all right, one last thing, I guess, as just a thing to mention. If you want to put your own interiors in here, maybe think about the dark green that's going on in here. This works really well with Little Red Riding Hood, who would be walking through kind of a forest or wherever her grandma lives is in a grassy area. This shows the whole, like, because it's kind of a micro scale town that's down in here, and you got clouds and stuff. This would be a simulation of just like Earth in general, like up from the sky, you could see all the grassland, you know? So maybe think of how to use that to your advantage. So, you know, for me, I've already said, like, these interiors don't really interest me all that much, but say if it was Star Wars, you know, you could make a pretty awesome Endor scene, maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's just me spitballing here. But that might just work. Another one that could possibly work would be Theed, and that is an idea right there. I don't know if I should release that to the public, but since you guys have already been watching the video and heard me say that, I guess it's too late and I need to jump on that. So, but anyway, this has been MCLegoboy with 21315, the Lego Ideas pop-up book. See you guys, as my voice cracks.